All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm JonJonTheWise, and I'm joined with Baby Beard Media. We are here to play some Cyberpunk Red. This is Corporate Infestation. We want to thank you guys so much for watching this show as we have reached our finale episode. But before we get into that, make sure you guys join our Discord community. The link will be in the description below. Make sure you guys join the podcast, Tabletop Cyberpunk. And make sure you guys follow me on social media at JonJonTheWise. And please join that Patreon, patreon.com/JonJonTheWise if you want to show some support. That's the best way to do it. I greatly appreciate it. I have some exclusive content and all that stuff. And I'm going to pass it to Sean so he can give you guys the Baby Beard Media side of things.
The lowdown, as it were. Hello! We are Baby Beard Media, an Adelaide Australian collective of performers and artists, also nerds down south. And we do a few things. Primarily, our flagship podcast is Roll to Cast, ROLE, where we play a different tabletop each season. We do a full season with original music, original stories, and original accents, because they genuinely don't always turn out the way we would have hoped, so they are wholly original. And we have played Cyberpunk 2020, Vampire, Pulp Cthulhu, and soon we'll be engaging in Kids on Bikes. Further to that, we also have a YouTube channel, also at Baby Beard Media, where we delve into various Let's Plays in various combinations, and we are currently going through two games simultaneously, the original Dragon Age and the cult classic Knights of the Old Republic. If you'd like to support us, you can also jump onto our Patreon. We have exclusive content there. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of people doing nerdy stuff and trying to entertain you all.
And doing a good job with that, I have to say.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, all right. So let's get straight to it then, ladies and gentlemen. The last time we left off, we're just going to do a little bit of a recap here.
Thank you.
So last time we left off, the Dreamers went to a site where one of their own was a dead body that they've been looking for. They didn't know he was going to be dead, but they found out he was dead. Night City Police was there, and that's when they met Detective Malini, a hard detective that with a crazy veteran past that really just does not like the Dreamers at all. Doesn't like anybody. He's a real sourpuss and wet blanket, and he pretty much almost arrested the Dreamers when Officer Vargas came to the rescue and said, "I've had enough of your shit." Detective Malini took the side of the Dreamers, helped them out. Detective Malini got all pissy and left. Well, poor Malini went straight into an ambush, the same ambush that the Dreamers had gone past to get to that site. And what happened to Detective Malini? Well, he was pinned down, shot, about to die, and his comrades in the police department did not want to lift a finger to help him. Why? Because they hate him. And the Dreamers had a choice. They had a choice to make. Were they going to go and help Detective Malini? Officer Vargas implored them and asked them, "Please, can you do it for me? I understand if you don't. He's an asshole. I get it." But the Dreamers decided with a majority vote to go. It was not unanimous. With a majority vote, they decided, all right, fine, we'll go spring this guy. Grandma used the only cryo bag that she has to save the same guy that was insulting their very existence and way of life. They saved him, got back to heaven, and they're like, all right, well, let's continue this investigation, when all of a sudden, another body was found. And where was it found? In heaven, of all places. And that's not the end of it, folks. After that, in comes Silver. Silver, one of their resident IT net runners, good friends with Wax. And Silver let them know, hey, all this weird shit that's been going on with Dreamland, I've been trying to parse this and trying to figure it out. And it looks like it has something to do with these corporates coming in. Dreamland had to over-adjust, and it decided to make this personality to connect to them better, because, you know, they don't have that nurture, so Dreamland thought it would do the nurture. It's an anomaly. It shouldn't be doing these things. It's a tool to help the organization. It's not supposed to be there to be all lovey-dovey and everything. So it was a crossing of wires. It was something that in the system, in its rule set collided with each other, and it created this weird AI that they've never experienced before. And what does it do? As soon as these folks get back to Dreamland, or Heaven, I'm sorry, Dreamland shuts itself off. And that's where we leave off, ladies and gentlemen, as we are all gathered near the forge in Heaven. The reason we are all gathered here at the forge is because Dreamland has shut off. It's shut itself off. And the members of Heaven have decided that this is a big deal, that they need to come together. We need to have some kind of meeting to try to figure out what to do next. And one question keeps popping up. It's, what do we do about these corporates? Before they were here, we didn't have any of these problems. They come here, now we have these problems. And we have 2 of them that are dead. You know, we're supposed to be taking care of them. So it's a large gathering here. You guys will see the forge is actually turned off for once. So kind of like as a symbolic gesture to let people know that this is serious, that we actually need to figure something out. And Silver has offered to reboot Dreamland, to turn it back on. But the only way that they can move forward from now is they have to change some of the rule sets, some of the subroutines that are going on with Dreamland to make sure that this stuff doesn't happen again. None of this personality, none of this assigning people lawkeeper roles just off of a whim. None of this stuff that it would never have done before. But the question is, how do they go about doing that? And do you guys remember a man by the name of Sidney Moon? Let me get...
I remember Moon, yeah.
Here we go, here.
Well, of course,
Sydney
Phil remembers Moon.
Chickens.
Sidney Moon Landis, the resident chicken catcher.
Yeah.
Well, he does other stuff
he had
too.
That,
He's kind of
southern accent. Yeah.
He's kind of like a faux philosopher. Who likes to kind of hang out in Purcell farms. And who Sprocket helped catch some chickens with.
Well,
to varying success.
When he speaks, everybody listens, because he's been there for a while. Him and Grandma. In fact, they were one of the first to ever be a part of Heaven. And because of that, he demands attention, as everybody's listening to him. And he says, "Now, I've been here quite some time, but I know my shortcomings. Give me some chickens, and I'm great with them. But something like this, it's not something I'm into. So I gotta defer judgment to somebody wiser than I. Elena Lucado, as you all know her as Grandma. She's been here longer than anyone, I think. And
I've been here from the early days, okay.
Elena, you were a bright-eyed dreamer once. And let me tell you, I see that same sparkle in these new faces here. These new corporates, some of them been here to help us, and some of them looks like they're here to hurt us. It's hard to tell, but that's just the way it is, isn't it, with people? So, Grandma, why don't you let us know what you think before we cast our votes?"
I don't think we can cast out all these new people just on the basis of the fact that some of them might be snakes. I've got a southern accent. I can't help it. What the hell's happening to me?
I don't know.
I need to copy your voice.
Usually,
I kind of usually have a little bit more your.
That's the one.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you for tuning me in.
They're all
You're
snakes.
welcome,
You hear from the crowd. It's hard to tell who's saying these things, but they're all snakes. Give them a chance. We've given them chances.
we set this place up without Dreamland, but we've come to rely on it. And we need to make sure that this system we have that helps us organize and have our say without leaders is working. Otherwise, we have to scale this whole place down.
You see some murmurs in the crowd as they kind of understand what you're trying to say.
We can't tear ourselves apart with some sort of purity test about whether this person or that person is good enough to be a dreamer. We have to deal with each individual as they come and what they do as they come. And if we decide that person isn't compatible and can't stay here, that's fine. But we can't kick out a whole class of people. It's just not who we are. And that's not how this experiment will progress. Now, I'm as suspicious of corpses as the rest of you. But that just means we have to keep communicating, and we have to make sure that instead of panic and rumor, we approach this in a unified way. You have a problem with someone, you think they've done wrong by the rest of the collective, you bring that up. We'll decide what to do with them. As for reprogramming Dreamland, we do what we did with the beginning. We put it to everybody. We have the techs give us a breakdown of what we can change in a way that we can all understand it, and we reach decision as a collective what the new rules of the thing are. I think it should never have a personal relationship with any of us. It should just be a logistical tool to make sure that everybody's voice is heard from top to bottom. And if the techs can figure out what we need to change to make that happen, then we can vote on it. I just think we need to keep our heads and take it piece by piece, just like the dreamers always have.
Moon looks on. You see some people nod their heads. They look at each other, and you feel this warmth, this communal warmth with people, kind of like you triggered why they joined Heaven in the first place. And though there's a lot of fear going on right now, they're all remembering and reminiscing exactly what Heaven means to them. And Moon looks on to the crowd and says, "Now, is there anyone here that's posing what Grandma says? We'd like to hear it. I think it's important that we hear it." And he looks at you, Spitfire.
Hey man, don't look at me. I'm gonna back the family. Just because my parents are corpse doesn't mean that I hate every single one of them. I'm as skeptical as the last person, but you heard Grandma? I'm gonna back her.
He looks at you, Sprocket.
Go against Grandma. She's saying what I'm thinking, what Vlad is thinking, what hopefully all of us are thinking. We're one big family.
Wax?
I think that's a pretty fucking stupid thing to think. I don't know what you think we will achieve starting as a collective again with so many corpses already in. I think it's dangerous. I think it's wrong. I think we should throw them all out and try again. But hey, that's just me. If we design this thing with corpos involved, they'll get their fingers in there. Tech isn't ever non-biased. It takes on the personality traits of the people who create it. It's art. And no matter how hard you try to keep it kind of ones and zeros, those ones and zeros begin to form a picture. I think we could start Heaven again without Dreamland. I think we could start Heaven again without corpos. I think we could start Heaven again with corpos and we just keep a tight lid on it. But all three of them at the same time, corpos and Dreamland and us, It ain't gonna happen. But hey, that's just me.
You hear a familiar voice. Skip gets up and pipes up and says, "It's not just you, Wax. Ever since they've been here, it's been nothing but trouble. And it's been compounded. Now with Dreamland being gone, I mean, I don't know if I'd agree with you about Dreamland. Dreamland is a great tool. It's helped us up until now. But I don't know about these corporates. And I'm sorry, with respect to Grandma and with respect to those that have good intentions. I just don't know." There's an uneasy silence.
We're not kicking people out based on their gender, based on their sexuality, based on their ethnicity. Being a corpo isn't something you're born into necessarily. It's something you choose. There are many of us who chose against it.
And they tell us they're choosing to leave that behind. That's why they're here.
But they chose.
They're saying to us they're not corpo anymore.
"We're dreamers," you hear one say.
Hell, Wax, you said it once before. Dreamers and Dreamland and Heaven welcomes everyone. There was a corpo not too long ago that you said to her face, if she wants to come into Heaven, she's more than welcome.
Yeah, I said that for sure. Yeah. I guess I'm just maybe waking up a bit. The dream's over.
I'm just saying, I think you're waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
Only over if we agree that it's over. We can make changes now. We know the problems that we're facing. If this goes, then what hope do other people have out there? They have to keep moving. They have no place to call home. I came here too. I wasn't a dreamer right off. Who's to say what kind of life I lived before? I think everyone deserves a home. And heaven is home for all those who choose it. That's what I think.
You see nods of agreement within the crowd, especially with the corporates. And Silver says one thing. She says, "If I may, if you guys really want to know the brass tacks of it all, what we'd basically have to do is take the subroutine out of Dreamland's database, where Dreamland perceives corporates as something different than they are. We would just have to put in a rule saying that they're dreamers. And anyone that walks through this door and becomes a part of our community is a dreamer, and take this subclass of corporate out of its database. And then it will function normally, as it was before."
Something that could be fixed?
That's gonna just mean that everyone who walks through those doors becomes a dreamer. That'll shift. Those algorithms will shift. It'll begin to perceive as like the corpo subroutine was designed to be a hard limit, to be able to identify those who stand against us and those who stand for us. And now with that gone, anyone who walks through those doors is going to be considered a dreamer, whether they intend us harm or not.
We can't rely on a computer to decide whether people intend us harm or not. That's going to rely on our vigilance, the way it's always been.
We have eyes, we have weapons,
That's why we're in this mess in the first place.
Oh, we still haven't got to the bottom of this mess.
I was technically a former corpo myself, and it wasn't for the grace of my grammar here that I was accepted in here in the first place. Dreamers could have easily just knocked me back based on some preconceived notion of who I am, and hell, it took me a while before I was kind of comfortable with the idea of heaven, comfortable with this concept of a community, you know? I don't trust easy, but people don't trust me easy either. It took time, it took effort, and it took, dare I say it, a human collective to make that decision.
Like I said at the start, I'm not against that. I said that if we want to do dreamers and corpos together, we can. We just do it without Dreamland. AI complicates stuff.
Silver,
and even unsophisticated stuff is going to make it hard.
Silver says, I respectfully disagree, Wax. And you know, me and you, we go way back. I think that we can revert Dreamland back to what it was always meant to be, which is a tool, and take out the safety subroutines. If we want to worry about safety, we got to worry about it ourselves. With our own bare hands, with our own perceptions, with our own instincts. If we let an AI decide what we're supposed to think and what we're supposed to feel, then I think what you're talking about will inevitably happen. But it's not all lost yet.
Hey, call me paranoid, but it's straight out of the corporate playbook to sow discord amongst us and try to get us to start turning on each other and excluding people, tear us apart from the inside. If we double down on unity and acceptance, that's a big fuck you to their plan.
I'm just laying out options.
And we respect that.
No one's saying no one's saying that your voice shouldn't be heard, Wax. And plenty of people here agree with you.
I mean, look, I'll just give you a spoiler right now. You know where I sit. I vote to reconfigure it, take the subroutine out, and then we deal with it from there. But hey, as everyone's saying, that's just me.
As it's always been, it's going to be...
You go, Grandma.
It's going to be the decision of the whole collective together. We'll have to do it like we did in the old days with the paper ballots. Not voting on our tablets.
Well, we better get to it then, because we could sit here all day and argue the pros and the cons. But let's do what we do best here in heaven. And let's vote to change the future. And with that, a single file line is made, multiple lines. Skip and Silver and Moon go around passing cards. People start filling in their votes. And I'd like to ask you guys personally, I believe Sprocket, Grandma, and Spitfire, you guys would vote to keep the corporates in.
Yeah, reconfigure Dreamland, accept the corporates, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wax, you would be one of the minority here then. As the votes had been counted, you quickly realize that the majority of the dreamers here want to let the corporates stay and have decided to reconfigure Dreamland. What does that mean for Wax in the future of heaven? It's up to him, really. But there is one other thing, and there is the thing of making sure that the dead are accounted for, as 2 of your own have died, murdered, butchered, chop-shopped. And that investigation must continue.
That's the one thing about this doesn't add up for me.
And
Jean can't butcher someone, can it?
Can it? A few hours later, Dreamland is up and running again, and it's back to its old ways. No, the HoloLab is beginning to be scavenged for the parts that were created and for use somewhere else, as the HoloLab is not necessary anymore. And none of the other things that Dreamland decided to do are necessary anymore. It's back to the way it was. And you feel a comfort within the community as things are back to the way they were. And Skip comes to you all, and she's a little bit irritated, but she's a consummate professional. And she says to you all, "Do you guys want to see the footage?"
Yeah. We still haven't reviewed the footage we claimed from the NCPD either.
Well,
I think we have to do it.
Let's pop them both in my office, see what we can find.
Okie dokie.
Vlad, cover your eyes.
So you guys go to Skip's office, and she takes Wax's hollow cyberdeck and connects a auxiliary wire from that to one of her many monitors, goes through the files, finds the one that's necessary, and you immediately can tell why the Night City Police Department couldn't give you this footage. And that's because they shouldn't even have this footage. They somehow have some kind of CCTV surveillance from a private organization, a restaurant. I mean, it's video from inside of a restaurant. How did they get this? I mean, that's up to you guys to try to understand, but they didn't want you guys to know that they had it. And in that footage, you can see Sierra Park, or I'm sorry, the first one.
Garvey Hammond.
Garvey Hammond. You can see Garvey Hammond sitting at a cafe or a restaurant, and in comes a well-dressed man. You can't really see his face as it's obscured from sunglasses and his back is towards the camera, but let me get a perception check from you guys.
Okie dokie.
Enhance.
Exactly.
Zoom. Enhance.
The sidebar, but they did that recently, or Adobe's working on that.
Awesome.
The future is now, everybody. Yeah, the future is now.
Oh, that's
the old Blade Runner pan left.
Ooh, Spitfire with that negative.
With that crit fail.
So Grandma, you're the Grandma did it. So I just need it from Wax.
Yeah, just getting to it.
First roll of the day. Always
Sorry, this is
exciting.
perception, yeah.
Perception, yeah.
Human perception. All right.
Just regular perception.
Oh, just regular perception.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Not pick out a detail, I think.
Real bad.
Real bad. real bad.
Oh no!
It's hard to tell. The pixelation from the monitor makes it really difficult to make out any real details. But Grandma, you see the only really thing you can identify off of this person is this gold watch that he has on. And that's pretty much it.
Hang on. Pause there. You see that? It's a gold watch. It's about the only thing that's standing out to me. I don't suppose you can clean that up.
I mean, I don't
Jimmy?
think so. The only way,
Okay.
maybe Wax, do you know something that you can do?
Well, we're both good at electronics.
I mean, I could give it a shot, maybe.
Do a
Spitfire, do you
might
want to
well
have a
try.
shot at this as well?
yeah, any
Yeah,
kind of a do the electronic security check.
All right. Well, Spitfire will kind of sidle up alongside Wax, and they'll work on it together. See what they
Electronic
Cloud near
security?
computers
Yeah,
since
we'll do
I put my
electronic
foot through one.
Hey, there we go. That's
All
good.
right.
It's 2045.
Beautiful.
Woo!
Well done.
This is the quality of security footage. I can't believe it.
So Wax and Spitfire, with joint effort, and Wax, you have a program that actually helps out in this manner. It's like a machine learning AI that fills in the gaps of information as you guys zoom in. And when you do, you see a small logo on the side of this watch. It says Cyberdyne. This is obviously a corporate gift that they give to upper management, and this corporate is still wearing it.
What an idiot.
Sorry, what was the name again?
Cyberdyne.
Done.
I'll spell it in chat.
Let me guess.
Oh, I was
I
thinking it would have an E at the end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ah,
Are you grinning because you recognize the name from another franchise, Chris?
I am.
Cross promotion.
That's why.
Lateral integration.
Then the
It's not spelled like that. Tell it.
you see this exec talking to Harvey Gammon, and Harvey Gammon is kind of like enthralled with this man. Couldn't wait to meet him. He's excited, shaking his hand with two hands. And you're getting this feeling from the exec that he's just really cool and calm and collected. and then the feed cuts off, and there's like a card that shows up, like a text that shows up on the screen. It says last known location, last seen, NCPD, and there's a bunch of little numbers and stuff like that under it, case number and stuff like that. And then Skip says, all right, well, you guys want to see the footage from heaven?
Yeah,
That'd be
let's see
nice.
it.
She puts on the other footage, and what you can see is, so this is the guy that brought in Sierra Park's body. He has it over his shoulder. As you see this guy holding a big bag, a sack over his shoulder, and acting like it's not heavy, but you can clearly tell when people are not looking that he's straining a little bit. And he has a mask on and glasses, so it's hard to tell his features, but you know what to look for, and you see it. The same watch.
Unusual for them to do their own dirty work. Unless it's just something they give out to all their employees. Yeah.
Either that, or it's someone that has grabbed a Cyberdyne watch and doesn't actually work for it, throw us off the scent or throw anyone off the scent.
Or was a gift,
Yeah,
or maybe a bribe, or something like that.
Stolen.
Stolen?
Doesn't guarantee it's.
Corporal loyalty.
Doesn't guarantee it's. Yeah. It doesn't guarantee it's the same person, but look, they're bringing in this corpse to dump him in heaven to sow discord.
I mean, that's one
murdered somewhere off
for
site,
sure.
dumped here. Well, why else are they bringing him in here, dumping him in here? It's not where he's killed.
Secondary location.
We're not sure why they would dump a body here of all places, but now that Dreamland is up and running, says Skip, we can have Dreamland try to look through our database of CCTV and see anybody else wearing a watch or similar watch, see if we can narrow down some other features.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. I think it's worth a investigation of Cyberdyne as well.
The problem is,
Yeah,
I don't know how to use this new system, and maybe Wax, you would be more adept at something like that. And so she gets up off of the computer, and a prompt opens up on the computer, and it says Dreamland 2.0.
Cool. Wax will start diving into Dreamland's database in terms of corp company names and
Okay,
corporate names and
give me two roles. Give me a library search and then an electronic security.
no
Library
worries.
search.
Let's see.
Can I compliment him with a streetwise?
Yeah, for similar corporate behavior.
So
or
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna add in sort of to his formal search, like more like street information of how corps might operate clandestinely inside our organization.
Okay.
Just sort of my know-how. So it's just a compliment, trying to give him a bonus. I did not roll
I
well.
just give him a compliment.
Oh, you took my joke. Damn it. Waiting for that.
You're
So my
doing amazing, Wax.
My library search is 15, and then my electronic security is 33.
Ooh, well done.
Whoa.
Smashed it.
Damn.
So
Puts your fist through the monitor and brings out the information.
I think Wax is probably
in the
it's now
computer.
that it's Dreamland 2.0. A lot of the junk is gone. A lot of the clutter. It's streamlined. It's running a little more optimally than previously.
All the saved porno sites.
Yeah, they're gone. unfortunately.
Just so many pop-up ads.
Yep, the firewall.
Sometimes all you need
off.
to do is a clean install, right? You
That's
need to clean install.
Just format it, reinstall.
There's too many caches on there.
Got it. So basically, you smashed it, Wax. And as you're using Dreamland or going through its databases, and it's working more like a calculator now than ever before. You put in the functions, you tell it what to do, and it does the job. No sass, no hey sir, hi sir, nothing like that. It just does what it's supposed to do. And you it brings up all possible corporates, and you see it narrowing it down, and it finally gets to one name. Navin Andrews. An ex-Cyberdyne exec, now part of Heaven. And he also, yeah, that's right, Navin Andrews. And he also owns a yoga studio in the East Glen called Transcendentia.
Oh, interesting.
Which I still have the card for, which I flick up on that revelation. Yeah,
Wax will relay this to the group.
As you say that, I hold the card up between two fingers.
I guess we're going to do
who
some
feels
yoga?
like going for a bit of a stretch?
Hey!
Imagine Vlad's little hand too.
I think we should probably bring guns. Just my.
When do we not bring guns, Wax?
Yeah, and Skip looks at you, Wax, and puts a finger through one of the bullet holes in your vest and says, "Yeah, you're probably gonna want to patch that or get a new one."
No, it looks great. People
Whatever you
know
say.
we're a
It's
team.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Could you get something that's intimidating but also will protect you from bullets?
Sprocket.
Yeah, just
one of the things
put
about
a big
fashion
skull on the
is,
front.
one of the things about fashion is that it's never, ever, ever practical.
So, oh, so if I wore bucket on feet, that is cool now.
Honestly, probably. Let's not.
Yeah.
It's not about what. I'm no expert, but I think what Wax is trying to say, it's not about what you wear, but how you wear it.
Yeah, if you put bucket on feet, that's how you are wearing it. I understand.
Yeah,
We're
she's
down
got
with
it.
it.
I am in hell. Let's go.
I thought we were
I wanna
trying to
take-
this place.
I
This
do-
is heaven, right?
Yep.
leave the bucket. Leave the bucket. Let's just go.
I
Leave the
do
bucket,
it at
take the
some point.
guns.
I do at some point want to turn to Jimmy, my grandson, and tell him, this is a teaching moment where if someone fucks with your home and your family, you fuck them up, okay? If you've ever learned anything, that's the lesson I want you to take from this.
You're acting as if I didn't spend 10 years in the hot zone.
Yeah, I know, but old habits die hard,
Hey, look, baby, you give me, sorry, I called you baby, it's a force of habit, you're my grandma. So, look, let me just try that again.
Baby grandma.
Listen, grandma, you give me an arrow, you give me a person to shoot at, you give me a reason to do it. I'm a happy Jimmy.
You're making Nana proud. Let's go shoot some shitheads in the head.
Okay, baby. I mean, damn it. Ah.
If I spoke to my father that way, I would be dead center in Volkov Fire Ballet.
Speaking of
Did someone say?
Speaking of your family, Sprocket, we made sure that your vehicle's all gassed up. We patched some of the holes as much as we could, and you should be ready to go.
Ugh.
You need to restock on any grenades?
Driving itch. I've still got quite a few. I think
Oh yeah, that tracks.
I've got one EMP, one flashbang, 2 tear gas, and I think 2 incendiary.
Very good.
But I don't
Do you
know
not want-
because I spilled the liquid on the bit where it said incendiary.
Well,
The
I'm
opposite
sure
of incendiary. Yeah.
You just taken the center away, so it just says dairy.
Wet.
Dairy grenade.
I have
Dairy
dairy grenade.
Put
Make
all
you
your
stink.
grenades in a bucket and it's
It's
filled with water.
It's a very rare resource, the dairy grenade in the
Exploded
cyberpunk world.
soy goes everywhere.
I've never
All
seen
right.
a cow.
We will.
Oh, I mean, if we use all of those and we're still in trouble, then I think we have other problems.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're pretty good. Let's head off.
You do just that. You guys hop into Sprocket's vehicle, a multicolored nightmare of a vehicle, and you're locked and loaded, ready to go, heading over to Transcendentia in the East Grapevine Street, to be exact. And Grapevine Street is known for their corporate-friendly shops and clean streets that are regularly maintained by service bots. This area is the last bastion of civilization for corpos in Night City. They come here to cleanse themselves from the regular street scum that they see. Transcendentia, a humble shop between 18-karat jewelers and Alice's Wonder Fit, is open for business. Inside, you can hear the low hum of a holotape playing the relaxing sounds of the old world. The class is empty, but the front door is cracked open ever so slightly. The northwestern section of the studio has an opening that leads to a hallway, and that's all you can see from the outside.
I mean, I don't.
Who's on the? What time of day is it? Who's on the street?
It is midday, almost dusk, around that time.
I mean, I don't necessarily think we need to ring the bell. It's just.
Should we just go in the front way?
Oh shit! This guy.
Any objections?
No, let's do this thing.
Look, if there's no corpse security on the street, I'm gonna take my shotgun, unsling my shotgun from my back, and go in the front door armed.
Roll me a perception check to look outside, see if you see anybody guarding the area or guarding from afar, anything like that.
Wax would like to
Look
do
at
the
that
same
too.
if that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, you can all do it.
Half of the corpse. Oh, so Nave and Andrews looks
Yeah,
like
we're super paranoid.
Yeah, we are a bit.
Look at that
Hey,
Oh, nice. Well done.
22.
Well done. Okay, Wax
crits all around.
Wax and Grandma, you guys are looking at windows. You guys are looking top floor, middle floor, everywhere, all around you, 360 view. And you can't see any telltale signs of any security. You're almost guaranteed that there is no security other than the Night City Police Department that are patrolling the area. And the only security you see are in other buildings. So they're not like here specifically.
can I? Is there an opportunity for Wax to have used to use that perception to see if there's a node that I could jack into?
You would have to do a
It's building?
Pathfinder.
Okay.
But the problem really is here. There is
Scanner.
no, or sorry, scanner. But there is no computers
There's
or
no
anything.
computers.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
see an empty studio, kind of like this image. You just see these things on the ground, and it even has that hallway in that corner.
Mm-hmm. Cool. No worries.
Yeah.
Very good.
So,
John,
tell me.
can I roll Streetwise to see if this reeks of being way too easy and like a trap?
Sure.
Paranoid, Phil.
16.
Okay.
Hey, it's
So-
Cyberpunk. What do you mean paranoid?
So, it's difficult to tell. Your instincts tell you that this is an empty place, that it should feel like a trap. But you also realize to yourself that, there could just not be a class right now. Maybe a class is coming in an hour, in 30 minutes, and that's why it's empty. But
I think Spitfire will to that point will turn to the rest and kind of as we're looking around, just go, look, I don't visit yoga studios very often. Is it normal for it to feel this creepy?
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What are those places that shouldn't feel like spaces?
hmm.
We usually do it in radiator room, so you are extra flexy. And
No,
Mama Volkov is shouting at you in Russian.
it's like a classroom when there's nothing in there. You shouldn't be. Those sorts of spaces. What are those called?
A liminal space,
Liminal
but Sprocket
space.
would not know that.
Yeah, a liminal space. It's this is a
A
liminal,
liminal
space.
space.
So it
Oh.
could be a trap. Is basically what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, okay.
It's
Well-
not like we haven't walked into traps before.
This
True.
is true.
We'd just be stronger and bigger.
Good point.
And faster.
Good point.
Well, I can tell you guys as you are edging closer to the door and walking into the door, you can hear a loud clang coming from the hallway. Somewhere in that hallway, something fell down. There's some noise going on back there. And it's a loud, panicked noise.
Oh, shit. Spitfire he'll bolt after it.
As you do that, give me a perception check, and all of you get to get a +1 on this because of your instincts that there is a trap here.
Because we're all like, super paranoid.
Oh, poor Spitfire.
Modifier?
+1.
Mod.
Oh my god. That's an 11 for Sprocket.
Oh,
I
no.
got a 15 in total with that +1, I guess.
Oh, no. Okay.
We're just
that's
like
persuasion. That's
all right.
a horror movie heroine
Hang on.
at the moment.
Perception 5. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
We're going to be taken out by a cat.
15 with the +1.
Unfortunately for all of you, you do not spot the tip floor under you as a counterweight goes off and the floor gives out from under you. The floor tips from under you, sending you sliding down into a pit of sharp-pointed metal rods. You attempt to avoid deep lacerations by making a DV-15 athletics check.
Okay.
If you guys have a grapple hand or...
time.
Do you guys have a grapple hook or grapple hand?
I don't.
No.
Alright, well yeah, then give me a DV-15 athletics.
Fucking junk did. That was 25 years ago.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to spend some luck.
Well done, Sprocket. Well done.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good base stat in athletics anyway,
Yeah.
from,
Plus
as
you
you
rock-
can tell, Volkov fire ballet / sauna, yoga.
You react
Radiator room.
perfectly and grab Grandma at the same time and assist her out.
Sorry,
So this, you can add 4 to this because I spent 4 luck on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Screw it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna use my 3 luck, my full luck pull on this.
I would avoid it because Wax also critically succeeded and grabbed you at the same time, Spitfire. With 2, you would have passed anyway.
Oh, I don't need it anyway. So there you go.
So Sprocket and Wax, they both find some footing, grab onto something, slide up, and in the last moment they grab you before your feet barely touch the metal rods, and you feel a little scratching on the bottom of your shoe, but you're able to be pulled up as Sprocket and her strong Volkov strength, she helps and pulls all of you up. And
Damn it.
Yep, trap. This is a trap. That's a trap. We were right. Okay.
definitely a trap, and you're absolutely lucky that 2 of you rolled critical successes. And
well, we were just bigger and stronger and faster, like we said. Traps, no problem.
exactly. And your way to the office is clear.
Well,
continue on
Spitfire's
down.
going to try and continue what he was doing and try and really get towards that loud sound.
You head over in that direction, you go in, you make a left, make a right, and inside you see Navin's office, and there's a multitude of papers strewn all around, and a back window that is open, leading to the Night City streets. Let me get a DV-15 conceal reveal from you guys.
I don't think I've got a good conceal reveal, so let's give this a red hot go.
As you guys are looking through this paperwork and stuff like that all around you.
Oh, I don't have it at all. That's just going to be a
Don't
straight...
have it. Yeah, it's a straight roll.
I think Wax is our conceal reveal specialist.
Yeah, I am.
And he does exactly that. He goes through the paperwork and he finds exactly what you guys need. It is an invoice sheet for an apartment in the East Glen. It has Navin Andrews' name on it, and it also has the name of somebody else. And his name escapes me right now, but it's another person's name.
As you look it up, Wax will
Brian Bishop.
step into the room, scour through the papers, pick up one and go, I think this is probably what we need.
And I think while Wax is doing that, can Spitfire go to that window to look out onto the street and see if he can see anyone that has escaped out or is escaping?
You do just that. You go outside and you see a car peeling out as it burns rubber and leaves, leaving a trail of smoke. And the vehicle is an exotic, a luxury vehicle. It's a luxury type vehicle known for corporates to have.
We got him running.
All right.
What's on that paper, Wax? His home address?
Yeah, his home
What a
address.
fucking idiot.
Well, people aren't suspicious like we are.
It obviously seems like he was in a hurry.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was in a hurry and he just threw papers around and ran out the window is what it looks like.
So he got to our home?
I need to invest.
We're going to his?
That seems right.
Okay.
Hey, we've done breaking and entering a few
look out,
times.
there's
one more.
Look out! There's a tip floor on the way out.
Oh, is there? I didn't notice.
Oh, what?
Oh no, the soccer moms. Those poor soccer
Spitfire
moms.
flings himself onto it.
All right. Well, I think we know where to go now. Let's go pay him a visit.
Hop in the car.
All right. If there's nothing else you guys would like to do, you head into the car and head straight to the apartments.
There might be one thing before we wrap up.
Sure.
Wax would like to make a there's no any like those are largely the building. That's the studio floor and then the office and then a kind of reception area. There's not much else, like maybe a bathroom or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a space that looks like Wax will just go through as they're leaving, just seeing in the corner or seeing if there are any because it did seem like a chop shop sort of deal where they were like taking body parts. Is there any like cyberware, like shavings of like metal that you might find on cyberware or something like that in the dust or in the corners or anything like that?
So you're looking through drawers and stuff like that and looking for anything of that sort. You don't find pieces of cyberware or gore or flesh or anything like that, but you do find watches, car keys, handbags, jewelry, all kinds of material things.
Mm-hmm.
And
things
some of them, so that the patrons have given up for a new way of life.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Just for roleplay kicks. Oh, sorry. Can Sprocket try and find a snack? It's been a long morning.
Yeah.
And I assume Vlad would be hungry too. Yeah, I assume it's a Yogo. There would be some kind of soy bar.
Roll me 1d10 and roll under your luck stat. And if you're lucky, you'll find something.
Ooh,
if you're lucky, Ellen, you get a snack.
I am lucky, but
how lucky? Are you snack lucky?
All right, well
done. Hey, snack lucky.
You find a drawer of mint chip cookies, pre-pack.
They're the ones with lots of protein.
Yeah. It's like pre-packed. It's got all kinds of proteins and vitamins and stuff in it. It's supposed to make it go down easier, but it looks like Naven has been living off these.
I know where I'm going as soon as this stream is finished. I'm getting one of those straight away.
Yeah, Sean, when the video is finished, can you also grab me one as well? I want a protein cookie.
Hell
yeah. She's sharing them out. Vlad has got a chunk, almost the size of his head that he's just holding in his little rat claws. It's a good day for Sprocket.
You have a full belly of mint chip.
You notice that Vlad had gone into the pit and Vlad's just skewered on one of the spikes.
How dare you?
How dare you?
No. He's on her head.
Vlad would be the first one to jump out and be safe.
Yeah.
Sean, that's shockingly dark of you to say. Get out of my lane. That's
I know. I was about to say. That's Chris's thing.
I'm gonna get that rat killed.
Mr. Kill the corporates.
The Cthulhu world is really rubbing off on you.
Vlad will have to carry a chip or whatever. He's the last line of defense. As we're all what?
So you guys do that.
When we head to this apartment, can I suggest we don't let him bolt out the back door again and we surround the place?
Good idea.
Yeah.
If we can surround an apartment.
Yeah,
So
do
you
like
do
a
that.
surveillance thing.
Yeah,
You
we can
guys
find
head
out
over.
where the exits and entrances are. Yeah.
Let's find out what this apartment looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Running out of places to run.
Okay, let me get your crew out here. Wait, let me go to where you guys had combat because you did heal and all that, right?
I didn't.
That's a marvelous question because I don't remember doing that.
You
But
guys
my
did a
health-
speed heal.
I'm fine.
Oh, heal is not between like as a downtime sort of thing, but just like actually as actions.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got back to
Did
heaven. I'm
yeah.
fairly sure we got you patched up because you were
Yeah.
not doing well.
So do we get like a day of healing?
Yeah, 1 day of healing. So that's I believe 2 HP or something like that. But then you also
It's
gave
your body and
you gave a speed heal, which was your body and will stat to Wax. And that's how you healed him.
that's instant though. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I healed that.
So,
yeah.
but I have a
I'm
body
very
of 3 because I'm an old lady. So I heal 3 of my 40 hit points. So I'm on
Okay.
33, which is not too bad, guys. It's okay.
Unless it's wrong, I've got full hit points. Like I don't recall being hit, but that could be wrong.
I think you
I
got
think it was
hit.
me and Wax got hit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I didn't get hit.
If we're gonna heal a day's worth as well, John, if you're cool with that,
Yeah, that's fine.
cool. I'm missing 1 hit point.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So you guys arrive at the location and you see a medium-sized apartment building in a rough neighborhood. There are various scum, boosters, and regular citizens in foot traffic. The building in question is a tan, dilapidated 10-story building with bars on every window, locks on the fire escape, and there's stairs that lead to the double front doors have 2 serious-looking types that are smoking cigarettes, keeping an eye on their surroundings, and they're openly carrying assault rifles with what looks to be smart links on them.
Jesus.
Okay.
Cool. So shooting our way in is the go. We should absolutely do that, is what you're telling us. Fantastic. Very
Can we
good.
use one of those dairy grenades now?
Yeah.
They're lactose intolerant. Boom, boom, boom.
My only weakness.
I'm weak.
Dairy.
Hey, Wax, are there any access points near here?
Great question. Wax is going to scanner.
Roll that scanner.
Roll that.
Ooh.
Because maybe we can just get their own security to shoot them if they
Yeah.
have that. That'd be fun.
Netrunner. Now, scanner is not a thing.
Just
largely.
roll 1d10 plus 4, which
Your
is
interface
your
roll.
interface. Yeah.
Thank you. +4. Roll it.
All
Hey,
right,
12.
12. Not bad.
Beautiful.
Booyah!
Let's see here. That's what I wanted. So you feel a strong. You can see the ruler, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
can now.
Yeah. You see a strong signal coming from that direction.
Okay. All right. Well, Wax will sidle up along the wall and start making his way up the path.
Okay. Like right there?
towards This door. Yeah. Let's stop ourselves there.
Okay.
So we're just going to act super casual as we walk down towards the entrance. You can't get in here, right?
No. The only way in is straight ahead over here. And the other only feasible entrance is the fire escape access behind you.
I was going to say,
Which
should
is
any of us
where?
kind of
Oh,
stay
here,
put
okay.
by the fire escape?
Yeah.
Seeing how he got
Yeah, maybe.
out through the back window last
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
right,
Now that
I'll-
I'm within range,
I'll jump up with Wax.
am I within range for a net run?
You are
At this
absolutely
range?
not.
Okay, no worries.
Thought
You
I'd ask.
absolutely are not.
No.
You are no, that's cool.
There's like 4, might be a few walls between you and the access point.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Would they see us? Would the guards see us if we tried to climb the fire escape?
Well, they see you now, and they're kind of looking in your direction, but they don't know what to make of it at all. If you guys were to go up the fire escape, it's a little bit out of their sight line because you can't see it, but it's kind of actually around the building. So
okay.
Around the corner, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be like around here.
Okay,
cool.
What's the plan, guys?
Well,
what do you think?
Well, let's all our characters meet up so that we can have a chat. Oh, hi. Okay.
Back to playing with dolls again.
We cuddle.
Yay. All right. So I can't get a list of.
Group
I
huddle.
can't net run this building's. I was hoping that they might have like a list of people living here that we might be able to fake our way in. I don't have that. What we do have is two
You need
names.
to get closer.
No, I'd need to get in to be able to do that.
Shit.
What we do have is two names that we know live here, and maybe two people with two guests. But I'm presuming he's just ran back in. So I am gonna guess those guards, if they recognize him, they will be suspicious if we're claiming to be him, right? Is that clock?
Or claiming to be here to have a nice chat with him either.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we can try that fire escape, or we can take him.
Do you think that
Or
we
or
should
we
go?
can torque our way through. Those are kind of my three options.
Do you think maybe we should have two people go up fire escape and two people try in front, so that we can catch him either way? I don't think I'm very good at talking.
It does stop him from escaping if he does try and go out that way. At least if he sees us coming up the front way, he might try and jump out the back, which means we've got our bases covered, you know?
All right. I'm happy to try that. Let's, who's
You're
gonna
a
go
charming
fire
young
escape?
man.
By the way, this
Yeah.
is an apartment building, so there's usually only one entrance in apartment buildings.
So that
Oh,
he
apart
probably
from
won't take
fire
the fire
escape.
escape if
He
he
can't go
knows that
fire
we're coming at him.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, play your agency. I'm just offering you one side. There's two guys with smart linked assault rifles, and the other side, which is the front door, the other side is a fire escape.
Yeah.
I would like to climb the fire escape with Sprocket at the
So
very
would I.
least.
And I'm happy to stick with Wax.
Go.
Okay.
All right.
So Grandma,
We'll drop your agents a line if we make our way in, okay?
Alrighty.
Be safe, please.
Have buckets loads of fun.
so
Yeah.
Grandma,
Catching
Grandma, and Sprocket. Why don't you guys? Do you guys have any lock picking skills or electronic security?
I have take lockpick or electronics.
Do you
I
have
don't think I
lockpick?
have either of these things.
I can't remember if that was an actual skill. Let me see here. Charts.
It is, yeah, pick lock. I
lock.
don't have any points in it, but I have 8 technique and probably no tech tools, so probably not.
Okay.
I think our
Rat.
tech can pick locks though.
Oh
was
yeah,
gonna say-
I am very well adept. We may have
Bit-
split wrongs.
Bit of advice probably
Sure.
go with
Sure.
Why doesn't Sprocket go with the lady with the giant weapons? Why doesn't
That's what
she stay?
Sprocket
with
and I
hostiles?
should swap.
Yeah, I think so too.
can't-
Yeah,
We kind of like go to do something and we're like, no,
we need
no.
help here.
Okay, and then like I am imagining like you and I, Spitfire would meet like
Oh, yeah.
you
Okay.
go okay.
I should do that.
Oh,
You should
okay.
deal with
Yeah.
the big fuck off guns, and I'll deal with
Yes.
the small little fucking lockpick here. You know.
I realize,
That
yeah.
makes way more sense. That makes way more sense.
Very wise.
Oh, I
Hey, Grandma.
Hello, X.
Ah.
I'm back.
So
Do your little
Whenever
This-
you're ready.
what do we got?
Whenever you're
escape-
ready, roll that
fire escape
lockpick.
seems locked, which seems like a bit of a against code, if you ask me.
It's only locked until Spitfire looks at it.
And does he look at it?
Says with
He's
a
looking real
crit
hard.
fail,
Ah, Jesus.
but
But-
it gets a 12.
You somehow failed upwards as You just barely were able to get through this lock. It is a simple lock. It's not anything fancy. And even though you might have broke a nail, your own fingernail trying to get in through it, you still were able to unlock it, and you guys have access to the fire escape.
I like the idea that maybe you just go, just pull it off.
Yeah. I think he looks at it. He's about to get finesse. He's about to finesse, and he goes, "Wait a minute. What if I just?"
There it is.
It's super old.
Well, it wasn't elegant, but not everything has to be.
Now, cross-referencing Wax's scanner to find the access point, you guys can tell that it's on the 5th floor of wherever that access node is. So taking this fire escape up to the 5th floor will get you parallel with where that signal came from.
Okay, can we put ourselves up there, like outside the 5th floor window?
So you guys
Where
go...
is that? Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
Grandma,
fine.
Your body gonna allow you to climb up those stairs? You are getting on a bit.
Not dead yet.
All right, so as you guys are going up to the 5th floor, you see where the fire escape actually leads to a window. And in the window, you see a glowing light of a television blaring out of the windows. And, oh yeah, you can see from there, right? Can you see through the windows? Yeah. So you just go up to here, actually. And inside, you can see an overweight man in his boxers in through that window. Here, I'm going to put you there. Right, I'm going to put you right there for you. There
Oh,
you
I
go.
see.
All right.
They have hearts on them.
You see an overweight man in his boxers, and he's watching TV. He's watching a show called Fuckfest Cyber Psycho 3, The Fuckening. And it's
I love
really...
that one.
Yep, it's really loud.
That's the best one.
And you can see that that's the only way in, is through this guy's apartment.
This is just a bit of a question for how Spitfire is going to be able to deal with this visual sight. Is the gentleman in question enjoying the video a bit too much, or is he just watching?
He is the best way to describe him is just gluttonous and almost invalid, just sitting there, be a part of his couch bed, watching this show as he's bathing in the light of the TV, and the sound is just, it's so loud. I mean, it's maximum volume as he's just munching. So
he's not, shall we say, going to town.
No. He's not going to town. It is not a adult film. It is a well, I'm not going to judge how people get off.
He's not battling with the cyber snake.
Yeah, but
as it were.
He's not. He's watching like a Commando type of movie.
I think John was thrown off by the fuckening.
Yeah. I got you. And it's called Fuckfest. Got it. All right. Yes, you're right. I did not see that, but that's not the type of thing he's watching.
Well,
everyone in the chat saw that.
So I'm just gonna open the fucking window, step in, and just say routine inspection. Don't mind us.
You guys do that. Go ahead, and I'll put you right inside.
Okie dokie.
And he looks at you.
Your agent. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you and says, oh, "What the fuck? What are you doing in my apartment?"
Well,
routine inspection.
You don't think that we're gonna let you know when we're coming, right? We need to see you in your natural habitat and just see how things are going. So how's life been?
I don't even know who the fuck you are, man.
Oh. Sorry.
Go back to your movie, okay? Sorry, carry on.
I'm Stephen Robinson, and this is Janine Robinson, and we're from the Night City Inspection Agency, and we're just doing the fortnightly go round, and we're just here to do the inspection.
Roll me
a couple of our colleagues might be through as well in a minute, just to check a few extra things that they have expertise on. Don't mind us. Literally, just forget we're here.
Spitfire's eyes are wide. He is not good with this.
That one key word that you said, inspection, is really important, because as soon as you said that, this gentleman's demeanor has changed as he says, you should just talk to the landlord. You should just talk to the landlord.
Oh, we will.
It's that way. And he points to the end of the wall over here. But you don't really see a door. I mean, it's kind of like a wall there.
How do you get in and out of this guy's apartment?
Why don't you roll me a perception check when you get to that wall?
Okay, done. I shall do a perception check.
Wonderful.
And as you guys are doing that, let me go back to Sprocket and Wax. You guys are out there in front, and I'm not sure if they've relayed this information to you guys of what's going on, but
yeah, our agents will keep them informed.
What's your play here?
Did we have one?
Wax is going to be like, all right, let's just talk our way through the front door.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
I'm not so good with the talking and the maybe lying. And should Vlad be hiding? Maybe.
Yeah, Vlad should definitely be hiding.
Okay, Vlad, go hide in shirt. If you do talking, I will also be there.
Cool. All right. Wax will
Oh, Chris, you're not in my skill set right now.
That's all right.
That's why you're there, though, in case he fucks up.
That's true.
Yeah.
You have a big
Wax
hammer and some guns.
Wax will, with his his very cool clothes and his very cool fashion and his cybertech hair, all of his accoutrements, attempt to kind of just stroll past with the confidence of someone who just lives there. With the kind of hand wave of like, whatever, I'm here, you know I live here, don't worry about it. He's not going to approach them.
Don't worry about
it's the whatever, I'm here for you. I'm here, don't worry about it.
Do you have a performance skill?
I do.
All right. Why don't you roll that +2? And as you guys are approaching these guys, you see their target scope reticles turn on as they see you, and they have their hands by the triggers of their assault rifles as they look at you carefully.
So I have persuasion, conversation, and I have acting.
Acting.
Acting is the cool one. So you want the acting at +2?
You are acting like you live here.
Okay.
And I'm guessing Sprocket is just going to be, I am a prop.
She's gonna be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, whatever you say, Wax, I am here also.
Stop
visual,
talking.
The visual that the plan is like, if you their read of the situation is that she should be bodyguard, right? She's standing a step back, that she's big, she's strong, she's armed, that she's their double, and I'm important enough to warrant one.
Okay, do you have your weapon out, Sprocket?
No, it's in her duffel bag.
Okay.
Can I use like concentration maybe to just be like,
focus
I'm here,
on Wax?
I'm focusing on following Wax, and like whenever he zigs, I zag, or you
don't have to roll for it. I think you'd be able to do that. But yeah, let's get an acting +2 from you, Wax, because of how well you're dressed.
Making me wait.
Moment of truth.
19.
All right, with a 19.
Woo!
Doesn't guarantee you get in the building yet, guys.
No.
It's a good start.
The DV could be 21.
So. Rain on our parade.
This is going to be an opposing roll.
Yeah.
To go above 20.
So they both look at you as you're passing by. Oh. One of them passively looks at you while the other one says, "Hey, hold on. You live here?"
Yeah.
Yeah, what apartment?
Yeah, apartment. And Wax will use a concentration roll, because Chris can't remember, to remember old mate's apartment number.
Okay.
To use that as the lie. If that's cool with you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Be one door down.
All right. You remember the apartment number, and then he prompts you, and he pulls out a data pad, and he looks at the number, and he says, "Last name."
The name of the other guy, not the guy who we're chasing. Sorry, names are dropping out of my head at the moment. Not Andrews.
Not David Andrews.
Bishop.
Bishop, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Mr. Bishop, you got to remember to sign out with us every time you leave. It says you're already in. That means you didn't sign out last time. If you don't sign out, then we don't know that you're in and out.
Right, I appreciate that. I know I signed out, so I'm going to have a word with whoever set this system up.
All right, come on, get in.
I appreciate your thoroughness.
Yeah, all right, weirdo.
And he'll gesture for Sprocket to go forward, and like I'm gonna chew these guys out a bit more, and then thinks better of it and follows Sprocket in. It's I'm mightier than thou. Even though Wax is not dressed like a corpo necessarily, it's the effort that he's going into.
Sprocket, why don't I get a cool check from you? So 1d10 plus your cool.
Straight up cool.
Yeah, you're walking inches from these guys, and they're scrutinizing you, because they now know who he is, but now they're trying to suss you out.
Cool is not Sprocket's good stat. I know that much.
Can I chuck in luck?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Please do.
Yeah.
What is your base cool?
It's like
2 or 3.
Shut up.
2? Yeah, 2.
It's 2. Hey, I thought this was not going to be a place of judgment.
Hey, that's
what gave you that impression?
Cyberpunk, baby!
That's it.
That's the fun of having dump stats. Complications.
All right. Oh shit! Hang on, I messed up. Okay. I'm going to add my 2, and then I'm going to chuck in 3 luck.
All right, here we go. 1d10 plus 5.
Like 7.
All right. It's enough for them to know that you are nervous. They can see the sweat off of your brow. They see your eyes darting as you walk past them. But they have no reason to believe that you're not with Brian Bishop. So while they are suspicious of you, and it's clear they're suspicious of you, they do let you pass.
It's my first day.
Now back to you guys.
I'm nervous.
And I'm gonna
My boss is very mean.
I'm gonna put you right there. Whoops.
Hey, elevators.
Let me go here, and then let me go here.
I just love the function of Forge and like virtual tabletops in general, that I have no fucking idea where you are.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, I can't see what they can see at all.
Yeah, and they can't see what you can see either, so they have no idea what's going on.
We will flick a little message through our agent saying, or Wax
we're in.
saying, we're in.
Yeah, you gotta say we're in, right?
I think Sprocket's too sweaty to use her agent.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do that perception check?
Oh yeah, I did. I've got my 3rd crit fail of the session.
Oh.
You're not Spitfire's not understanding what's so special about this wall.
Yeah, I got a 7.
And I got a 13.
13 is enough. As you can see that this wall is a false wall. That it is a door. You can see from the bottom of it as air is passing through the pocket of the bottom of this wall. And
is this guy just nuts, Grammar? Like, we're just staring at a fucking wall. What do you like?
You should be able to open it.
For some reason, he has his door hidden.
Why? Oh, okay.
I don't think he likes to be disturbed very much. He seems like a very private person.
Do you see that door icon now?
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
The other one too. There should be one in front of you. Here, let me.
I don't see that door icon in front of me now. No,
that's weird.
Here.
Well, let's say you would see it, and you would open it, or would you like to open it?
Yes, please.
Okay, you do just that, and this false wall, it's not a really well-made door as it opens up to another apartment.
Jesus.
Holy shit!
It's Candyman, y'all.
He doesn't even have a front door. What the hell?
Huh?
What the heck
Candyman?
is this?
Spoilers.
What is it? Oh my fuck me!
It's very early.
The first thing he's going to do is sit down at that seat and just kind of
just drawn to it.
Just have a fucking idea of what the hell he's looking at here.
What you're seeing kind of defies all logic, and it's hard to put together exactly what's going on. But there's multiple cameras inside the overweight man's apartment, kind of like a voyeuristic thing where whoever lives here has walled off this other guy and he's observing him.
The fucking 3 indeed.
Can a Spitfire do a bit of a electronics check just to start going through this and start to get an idea of the full function of this and kind of really start to hack away at this?
Absolutely. You can do an electronic security check just to go through the various feeds.
Oh, I am absolutely going to regret this, but let's have a look.
All right, you are going to need some eye bleach, sir, as some of the things you see are not for human eyes, but putting things together, you can tell that, why do you need a camera in the bathroom, right? But, things that you can tell from putting everything together is there's some kind of sick voyeuristic kick that whoever did this has that overweight man, and you can even see feeds of him, the person, now that you have a face. You can see him going into the apartment, dropping off food, coming out of the apartment, and then sitting down at this desk and watching. Just watching.
Grandma,
takes all sorts of...
If my parents did half this stuff to conceive me, I'm glad that they're dead.
You hear a jiggling of the doorknob from the bathroom as it opens. Yep. Over here.
Who's coming out?
You hear it from over here. What looks like, from what you would guess is the bathroom. And out comes the same man that you saw on the feed. Do you hide?
No. I think he'll give a look to Grandma and just like, it's a fucking guy, and he would have his crossbow up.
Can we just get out of here? Let's just
he looks
make
at
sure
you too.
That this weirdo doesn't bother us and get out of here and make sure we have a good shower when we get home. I'm gonna draw my heavy pistol, meet him in the hallway, with my pistol showing, and just kind of walk past him with a look just like, I know you're sickness.
Who are you?
Else.
Who are you two? Why are you in my building? You don't live here. This is my building.
Your building?
Yes, this is my building. I'm the landlord here. What are you doing here? I'm calling
None
the
of
police.
Your business. Go back to your... No, you're not.
Hey, and he'll raise his hand from where he's still sitting at the computer screen. He's like, hey, do you want the police to have a look at some of the home movies that are on this video screen here?
He bolts in your direction. Oh, that's private.
And he'll raise the bow and arrow up, with one hand. It's like, I asked you a question.
That's private. How dare you look into my personal files? I'm calling the police immediately. You're breaking and entering. This is illegal.
Oh, I mean, look, I've already downloaded what's on here. I'm happy to give the police the chip if that's okay with you. Like, I'll have that meeting with the cops if that's to your liking, you know?
The overweight man, you can see him in the doorway as he peeks in and he says, "They're inspectors," with wide eyes. And
oh yeah, that's
right. And we've inspected your setup here.
We've committed it to memory, unfortunately.
So perhaps if you don't want us calling the police, maybe you make sure a few of your a little bit of your slice of your income comes our way to the inspection office, and we'll carry on our tour and forget about all this part.
Please, God, let us forget about it.
Okay, deal. Wait, he goes to the overweight man and he says, Get back in there. How many times have I told you?" And he closes the door and locks it. Just leave, okay? Just leave. And he points at the front door.
I believe there was talk of some eddies.
What's the bank account? And he pulls out a data pad, and his hands are shaking as he's looking at it. You can see the embarrassment on him.
So I'm gonna hold out my agent and authorize it for transfer, and just be like, it was the discrepancy in power consumption that tipped us off. You really need to be a bit more thorough.
500 eddies, okay? 500 eddies.
Yeah. Yep. Pleasure doing business with you.
And he's wiping his brow. He's sweating.
Phil!
Can Spitfire start, like, while this is happening, can he surreptitiously see if he can, like, while he's being distracted by the transaction, basically wipe this computer?
Yeah, for sure. You have full control of it.
That's on it.
Yeah, you can format it. Why don't you give me a stealth to try to do it without him seeing, unless you don't care if he sees.
He'll try and do it stealthily, but if he does get caught, he's not going to cry over it.
Okay, let's see that.
Haven't seen me cry.
What a fucking weirdo. This is great, John.
Is he really that weird?
He's cool. He's cool. And you took away his kicks.
I'm getting a good idea of what Ellen and Chris are okay with.
I didn't say that I was okay with that. I said he's not that weird, like, in Cyberpunk standards or in real life standards.
Okay,
yeah, I guess.
Unfortunately, not that weird.
Isn't that weird?
Wish it was.
Our audience is largely viewing into our bedrooms right now. At least mine.
That's true.
Hey, everyone.
We've also got a cam set up on our toilet, so Patreon, hit us up.
There you go.
Yeah. Patreon/babybeard.
I mean, that's why.
Different if we know about it, though.
That's the toilet tier.
For once, I didn't roll a crit fail, so I got a nice FD21.
And
FD21.
Well done as you shift delete the entire drive and quickly go back to the desktop, and everything's gone. Everything is gone.
Right.
All
and
the
he'll
archives.
join Grammar. He'll join Grammar and be like, I think we could be making our way.
God, I hope there's nothing else out of code in this apartment block.
I hope there is bleach for my entire body.
He immediately sits at the computer, and you see him furiously typing on the computer, trying to look through things. Yeah, and he has like a confused face as you guys walk out, and you're all in front of each other right there in that hallway. Ooh, and to give you guys...
Let's go. Come out.
Like the shiver someone makes when Vlad runs up and down their body.
Yeah, just never ask us about it, okay?
What happened?
Okay.
I will just say that at any given day, I would prefer Vlad to be running up and down my body. And we'll just...
why didn't you say so? Vlad, go give him kisses.
Oh, this is pleasant. This is absolute. This is like a bath. This is fantastic.
Vlad is
what the hell happened to you two?
Emotional support animal now.
Look, there's just a twisted weirdo in that apartment, okay? And
Nope.
we dealt with him.
Nope, there was not. Nope.
Oh, does it have anything to do with the weirdo that we're following?
Well, looking back at your
think
scanner check, Wax, you can see that you're getting a signal from here, 20 meters away, just this way, into this apartment.
All right, Wax will make his way down the hall. Is this the opening of the apartment here?
Yep, right there, exactly.
Lovely.
The door is unfortunately locked.
That's all right, but we presume that this is his spot, or is this okay?
This is it. This is the one. It all comes down
Andrew's
to this
apartment?
one 5th floor apartment in a shitty part of town. 2 dead bodies. Everything leads to this.
Does anyone mind if I get my mind off things with a bit of tech work over here?
You're welcome to it.
I could
No.
use the distraction. Thank you.
That's
Okay.
And I'm gonna be listening out as well while you do that.
All right, so Wax opens up his toolkit from his hand and he jacks into the lock and he gets to work with a quick little jib and a jab, and hopefully a 15 will do the trick.
And
Wax
how loud
tells
do you want to
us-
be?
Pardon?
How loud would you want to be?
Oh, he would prefer to be as silent as possible.
All right, roll me a stealth.
Look, you
And roll high.
You just wait. You just wait, John. You watch me knock this out the fucking park.
Like really quiet tech tools in your arm.
Well done.
You see what I mean?
Well done. You engage the lock, and you hear a jiggle, very slight sound. Inside, you can hear a little bit of humming of machinery. Excuse me.
Ooh, I'm
And
getting rusty.
it unlocks. And the door is unlocked.
We have access.
Okay, weapons drawn.
Yep.
Nothing
Spitfire
fighting like a cornered rat.
with the crossbow.
What are you
in
saying
his-
about rats?
crossbow in his right hand? He'll slowly start to push open the door and keep himself low so people can point guns over his shoulder as
Okay.
he slowly opens up the left side.
So one person will open, and I think maybe 2 people can be able to shoot inside if they need to. Do you guys want to take that option to get a shot in?
Please.
Who wants?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wax will take a step back.
Me and Sprocket, I think, are the
Okay.
gunnies.
Dream team.
And Spitfire will open up.
All right. You open up. Go ahead and open the door. You should be able to click on it.
Boop!
Boom. You see straight ahead. Inside the apartment, the first thing you see are plants lined up against the living room window. There are crates and food wrappers strewn all over the place. Your attention is immediately focused down the hall where you can clearly see Navin, and he is not alone. Let me get 2 shots from you guys. One from Sprocket, 17 meters, and one from, 17 meters for both of you guys. And,
Sorry, my audio cut out. What check is it?
it's 17 meters away, so this is to just the fire. And let's get some combat music going on.
No, same thing happened.
Let me
We're
get
getting
some-
a
Cut out
shot
5
in
seconds. No reason.
Phil.
Oh yeah,
Combat, baby.
yeah.
Firing.
You're firing.
Oh right, it's happening.
Yep. You
kicking
get
off.
Wait.
you get 2 free shots before we actually start combat, as you guys were readied.
Yeah. There he is.
think
Shotgun
Sprocket would
raised
like
over.
look to Grammar and be like,
Fuck him
Alright.
up. This is what I told my grandson. I told my grandson, they fuck with your home. We fuck them up.
So, what are you guys
Yes, well,
firing?
I have a slug prepared.
Okay, shotgun. So we're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
need. The meterage is all wrong on this. It shouldn't be that far away. I'm gonna go half. So 8 meters. So you're gonna need a 20 with the shotgun, unless you want to go in a little bit and fire. Well, you got it then. You're fine.
Don't need it,
Sprocket.
Yeah.
Sprocket, you fire your shotgun, you crack a slug, it goes above the combatant out the window, while Elena, you hit Navin Andrews square. Let's get your damage.
Yes, please.
And let's see 2 6s. Oh, only one
Not
6,
quite.
doing 18 damage. Okay. As your slug finds its place, it goes through his armor, and you see him grab and clutch his side, and he says, "Get them!" As combat will begin.
Hey!
All right.
Is that your response, Sean? Hey,
Hey, combat.
we wanted to get
shoot at us.
you, not us.
I just looked at really disgusting stuff. I don't want to have to fight.
All right.
Where is the initiative roll? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Top
so
of the character setup.
yeah, top right corner, there's a fist. If you right-click on that fist, it should open up the combat tracker, and you guys can all roll your initiatives and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, cool.
All right. Very good, very good, very good. Okay.
Dice everywhere.
I love it.
Do we have like 2 minutes? I just need to quickly grab something and then come straight back.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to the loo.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a quick bathroom break.
Beautiful. Wax is going to move in,
Okay.
and if I can, just move into here, taking cover behind this kind of embankment.
Okay.
If that tracks, yeah.
Yeah, that tracks just fine. You are in cover right there.
Beautiful. And I will take a shot at.
Before you take a shot, let me get you.
Yeah, man.
Let me see you do a conceal reveal.
Sure. Uh, 18, I think, is that roll?
Okay, with an 18, you walk in and you get some cover. You move some things out of the way, and you don't see anything of importance.
Okay.
All right, it's your turn.
I'll take a shot at the closest target because I'm using a pistol.
All right, Navin, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be, so this is half because this is all wrong. So
Okay.
5 meters, I would say. Okay, 5 meters with the pistol, you need a 15. Beat a 15.
This is
Yep,
close
that'll do it.
quarters.
All right, it cracks. You hit. Roll your
First
damage.
A lot of damage.
4.
13 damage. It hits its target and does some significant damage. Okay, but he's still standing. Take another shot.
The second shot. Oof, 16.
Second shot, it'll still hit.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your damage.
Healing. Not a lot.
8 damage. Yep,
Ooh.
not a lot of damage. But you can see that Navin is seriously wounded as he's been hit by a shotgun and 2 bullets from a handgun. He's not doing well. He's grabbing and clutching his sides. And that'll end your turn.
Ambush, baby.
Spitfire, it's your turn.
Okay, so Spitfire, now that the doors are swung wide open, he is going to whip up his crossbow, which he is going to pull out a purple-tipped arrow, which is a poison one. And he's going to chuck it on, and he's going to go for a good old-fashioned poison arrow to the clavicle.
Ah,
Ooh,
classic.
that's a new one.
Classic maneuver, friend. Let's go for that shot. Where is...
All right, you'll have to beat
Spitfire
a
and his
15.
Classical clavicle.
Oh, look at that! Look at that crit fail
Oh,
again.
it's
Oh!
it goes wide. The arrow goes wide, goes against the wall, into one of the potted plants, and into the wall as you miss your shot.
Shit,
Do you-
expensive.
You're like,
Would you like to move, or are you gonna stay there behind the door?
Yeah, he'll jump through. Is there any cover on the left hand? Sorry, the top hand side, so opposite Wax, or no, there isn't. Is
So
there?
right here is a door, but it looks like it's closed. I'm not sure if it's locked yet. You wouldn't know.
Well then, can I go forward into this area here?
Yeah, absolutely. So you have cover currently, but if they move a little bit slightly, they'll be able to see you.
Yeah. Beautiful. No worries.
All right, that'll end your turn. Naven is seriously wounded. He's going to limp this way, and he's going to pull out his submachine gun, aim it towards... Let's see here. Roll 1d2. And it's either Wax... Oh, no. Wax is actually in cover. So he's got to hit Spitfire. So Spitfire, here comes an auto fire in your direction. Jeez. He's going to need to beat a 17. So here we go. Okay, here it is. Oh, just missed. Fires all around you, hitting the table. And he is also with negatives as he is seriously wounded. And he's not able to hit you, but he fires in your general direction. Next.
John, sorry. Just because I'm where I am, what is it that I can see in that room there?
Whatever you can actually see is you see two other combatants in there.
What is that that fiery white-haired thing that I see in there?
It's a person.
Person.
Just is it?
It's a person of the cyberpunk dark future wearing the newest fashion of tech skin and tech hair.
They look cool. We can't wait to kill them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is
How
now
dare they be cooler than us.
Somebody else's turn that you do not see as this door flings wide open.
Oh, shit.
And you see someone as they dive actually towards Wax. And he's going to initiate a grapple with you, Wax, as he jumps and leaps at you and tries to grab at you. So here's your evasion versus an 18.
My evasion?
Yes. Can you beat an 18?
If they put evasion in combat, they did. Evasion.
I've never used a grapple
Evasion.
in Cyberpunk.
Here we go.
That's exciting.
There we are. I'll beat that.
Ooh, he goes to grab at you, and you deflect his arms out of the way and push him back before he can get a grip on you.
Wax is quite lithe, so I imagine it's he's a little springier than this blustering bigger man.
Yep. And now it is going to be this illustrious character's turn as she moves over deeply into cover, and you see a device in the corner of the room come to life as this drone comes forward this way and is going to take a shot at Grandma or Sprocket. Let's roll 1d2. 1 for Sprocket. Oh, it's Sprocket.
That's me.
Sprocket, you're going to get a burst fire shot, a single fire shot from this drone that looks like it has a large caliber weapon on it. Oh, with a 1, it is an absolute failure as it jams. Let's see if she can unjam it on her next turn. The drone is not working correctly, and Sprocket, is actually your turn now.
Fantastic.
It floats up, aims at you, and just goes click. I know what I think you should do.
It's an action. Is it an action to, like, put in one of my grenades into the underbarrel?
You could say that it was there already, the first one, but after that, I would say it's an action to reload a new one.
I would imagine that the first one wouldn't be a
action. You had it set up.
No, I would imagine that the first one
what do you have loaded in? Yeah.
Whatever you want it to be.
I would think. I would like to kind of move forward a little bit. I'm allowing this kind of Hemsworth brother to get the drop on me a little bit, but
I'll deal with him.
I need to shoot. Sorry, I need to shoot past it. Oh my god, I can't move. I'm in the meter. That's why.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yep, sweet. I want to fire into that little alcove, the room where Naven and all of his lackeys are.
Perfect.
You can ping where you want by holding down a click.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so you want it to go like right here? Yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like 7 meters. With the grenade launcher, you got to beat a DV-15.
Cool.
Go for it.
Heavy weapon.
Heavy weapon.
That's just my shotgun slug, right?
Yep.
Attack-wise?
No, it's a heavy weapon. If it's a grenade launcher, it's heavy, goes off your heavy weapon skill.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, heavy weapon because it's off your underbarrel.
Yeah. Heavy weapon isn't in here. Let me just look on
Do you
my
have grenade launcher in your? Do you have grenade launcher in there?
In
your setup rolls?
I found heavy weapon. You want me to roll it for you?
No, because I think it's an underbarrel. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
I think because it's part of the shotgun.
Oh, sorry.
It's not
You rolled a 1. So rules as written, I get to decide where it landed.
Oh shit!
Fuck. All right.
And
Fuck us up, fam. Do it.
I'm going to say I'm going to flip a coin. And on a 1, it rolls near wax. On a 2, it actually goes where it was supposed to go.
Come on.
And it goes exactly where it's supposed to go. It ricochets off of the drone, ricochets off of this door, and rolls back this way. As 1, 2, 3 of them are going to have to make a resist torture drugs, or they will be blinded. So 1, 2, 3.
Man, they did well.
All right,
Yeah.
they did pretty good. They are able to shield their eyes at the last moment as they are a little bit dazzled, but they are not blinded. So they'll have a -1
God damn it.
to their firing, to their ranged attacks.
Good.
Cool. Am I also able to just, with my last thing, duck kind of by wax?
Yeah, exactly. You could definitely
Yeah.
do that. You can definitely do
Yeah.
that. All right, Grandma,
Sweet.
your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to walk forward to this guy who just tried to grab wax.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm point blank range.
Okay.
What's a shotgun at point blank range? What's this? What does it need?
13.
Awful.
Okay, so has he got any weapons?
Yeah, he's got a pistol on his hip, but he went just to grab wax. He's not even going for the weapon.
I'm wondering if I take an aimed shot to sort of like hit him in the head. It's -8.
Yeah, so you would have to roll a 21.
Or do I just... Yes.
Would.
I feel
Which
like
is-
a shotgun to the face at point blank is going to be pretty good on its own, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just going to hit him with a slug in the 0 to 6 band. I'm going to walk up to... As he, like, lunges for wax, I'm going to say, big mistake, and pull the trigger.
All right. And that is a
15
hit.
to hit.
That is a hit because it
Did
is
you
not
say
a called
grab
shot.
this?
And
Oh, but you roll
Terrible
abysmally, dude. Abysmally.
That's
utterly
that
garbage
is
damage.
a Spitfire roll, is what that is.
Most of the pellets from the slug hit the wall behind him, but some of them definitely connect into the side of him, and he takes 13 damage. Ablated. Math.
Garbage. God damn it.
That is really bad rolling, man.
Yeah, terrible rolling. Terrible rolling. All right.
Do I have enough movement to like keep running past him and duck into the bathroom he came out of?
Yeah, I think so. How much move do you have?
Question.
You need 5 move to do that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna walk up to him and go
And you fire into
and
the wall.
hit him
behind
a bit.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
catch him
going
in
to
the
be
shoulder as he tries to duck out the way.
this guy's turn. Let's see here. He's also gonna just
Not
go
trying.
straight over here. He's gonna run towards you, Wax, during all of this commotion. Or sorry, Spitfire. And he's going to pull out a blade a hot blade. You can see that it's red hot as it has some kind of device connected to it. And he's going to take a slice at you. Whoops.
Like a hot knife through butter.
Uh-huh.
Hot knife through James.
Oh no.
Ow!
Evade a 23.
Fucking ow!
Roll your evasion. You might get lucky.
Oh, let's give this a red hot go. Where's my
I feel
evasion?
like the Forge
Fighting skills
dice
is the
are
third
like our
category.
dreamland in that it's got an agenda of its own.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
This has not gone well. I thought we alpha struck them really well.
Oh, you are not able to dodge out of the way of his slashing motion as he brings this burning blade down onto your chest, doing 9 damage, ignoring half of your armor. Terrible rolling on my part. And you are now on fire. So you take an additional 2 damage to your hit points.
So how much armor do I have, sorry?
You should have 11.
Okay, so
it's half rounding up. So 6 minus 9. So you took 3 damage, and then 2 more to your health because you're on fire. On your turn, you're gonna have to put out the fire, or you'll take an additional 2 damage. All right.
Well played, John. Well played.
Hey, man. Gotta do what I can. Let's just denote you're on fire.
I'm not called Spitfire James for nothing.
As he slowly burns to death.
Yeah.
Cool line.
All right, round 2, Wax, it is your turn.
All right. Wax is basically in melee with someone. I love the fire animation on Spitfire.
Yep.
He is going to, instead of using a gun in melee, which is a bad move, he's going to draw his sword. Because Wax is, if not anything, very cool.
A sword
and will
boy.
use his sword to attack the man standing in front of him.
Okay, just to let you know, you would have to drop your pistol to do that, or else it would cost.
Completely fine.
Okay, you do that. You drop it to the ground, and you pull out your sword. Do a sword attack. And
not great.
He's going to dodge. He might roll terribly.
He will.
And he dodges out of the way as your sword hits the back wall behind him and ricochets. Is it a rate of fire 2 weapon?
It's a heavy melee weapon. I believe that does.
I think it's only one heavy melee weapon.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Do I have it here? I don't have it here.
Okay. Weapons. Nope, I don't have it there.
Melee combat cheat sheet. Heavy melee weapon is a rate of fire 2.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at
Take
that.
Only
another
very
swing.
heavy.
I was going to say, because
Yep.
I've got 2 for my sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Right.
Seems
So
weird,
take
but
another
Yeah, it has to
swing.
be something enormous to be.
Yeah.
That's better.
helicopter blade.
All right, you
Beautiful.
take a backswing, and he expertly dodges out of that way. Ducks right under your swing.
Wax will
God
mutter
damn it.
to the group of people around, saying, "Guys, get him off me. I can't handle this."
Okay.
All right, and that is it for your turn, Spitfire. What do? You're on fire.
Well, I guess I better put myself out then, shouldn't I?
All right, you spend an action to put yourself out. You can still do another action, but if you move, then you can't shoot. If you shoot, then you can't move. That kind of thing.
Look, in for an Eddie, in for a fuck ton of Eddies. I'm just gonna. He's gonna quickly switch as he pats himself down. He takes that moment to quickly switch out the poison, put a normal one back in, and point blank this man in the face.
All right, you do that. You aim your bow in his direction. You need to beat a DV-15.
Come on.
And will your arrow find its mark?
Come on.
And it does. Your arrow is true. As it finds its mark, roll your damage.
I'll tell you what. If that roll failed, I was moving to physical dice.
Yeah. I think we're all pretty sus at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Damage.
Come on, big damage. 13, respectable. This guy's a little bit beefier than the others. As you can see, his armor takes a lot of the damage, but you see the tip of the arrow lodged into his body. and he takes some damage, but he's still healthy.
I feel like it's one of those things where like Spitfire like puts himself out, gets the arrow like really like smug and self-righteous, and pings the arrow, goes straight into the shoulder. I think it's that moment of the guy just looks down, looks up at Spitfire. Spitfire's just fucking wide-eyed. It's like, sorry?
That's exactly what happens. Naven is going to aim his SMG at you with a -2 as he's seriously wounded. He's going to hit you with another auto fire again.
Do I have cover from where I am, by the way? Like, is that thing that I'm
from
in front
that,
of? Does that
corner?
From
just from the angle that he sees you, no. But if they were to be like right here, you would be in cover.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I don't know how many points of. I don't know what you're behind. How many points it has.
He's weary. He's wounded, and he just cannot hit the mark as he's firing the SMG in your general area, and it is not finding its place.
Could you just stop shooting for a second?
Next combatant that was trying to grapple Wax, he is going to just dive in between you guys, and he's going to try to grab something in the pile of stuff that's around there, and he needs to beat a 20.
He gets
He cannot. He's like moving things out of the way. He's trying to find something as he's trying to fend you guys off, and he's not quick enough to find the thing that he's looking for. And he turns around and readies himself for any attack coming at him, but that's the end of his turn. All right.
Definitely not the smartest Hemsworth brother.
The tech-haired crazy person is going to take control of this drone again. And it is going to fire at Spitfire.
Fucking hell.
All right. Oh, wait. She needs to...
Another one.
She needs to unjam it first. I completely forgot about that. So here's her weapons tech to unjam it. Critically succeeds. Critically succeeds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to roll. It's fine. And here comes a shot at Spitfire.
Oof.
A 22 is a definite hit. Here is 5d6 of damage.
John, you've messed with this system, haven't you? You've rigged this somehow.
The dice lay as they may. And 17 points of damage to Spitfire.
Could have been a lot worse.
What are you doing?
So how does that affect... Sorry, I'm still not across how damage works with armor. So how do I take that off my head?
So I'll do it for you. So it's minus... It bladed, and you had 11, so now you're taking 6 damage to your health. Minus 6. Cool. And then you took 5 last time.
Yeah, so I took the 35, so I was 35 on 40, now I take another 6, so I'm on 29.
You actually are you're 24. You're 11 and 24 is what you should be. Because you were 35.
I'm on 35, didn't I just take 6 just then, didn't you say?
Yeah, but before you took damage too, you forgot to reduce that.
I did the 5 points.
Yeah, so it would be 30 and then minus 6.
40 minus the 5.
Oh, you're 40. Oh, okay. So 29.
Makes it 20.
Yeah, I thought you had 35 HP.
Oh, no, that's after I took that first damage.
Got you. All right, there you go. So you're at 29 HP and 10 armor. Yeah.
10 armor, 29 HP.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Sounds
Getting
good.
shot and stabbed all over the place.
I've been set on fire and drones are killing me. Help.
Sprocket, it is your turn. This guy's like right here, by the way. It's really ugly right there in that corner.
I know, he's just like there. And I'm like, okay. Can you move? But I mean, he isn't really... I feel like the others can kind of take him. I want to move closer to this dude in this little alcove here. Oh,
Sure.
hey, Spitfire. And I want to shotgun shoddy this guy.
All right, let's see it.
The buff Will Arnett.
Yeah. Let's see it.
That's better.
All right,
17.
A 17 is a definite hit at that range. Roll your 5d6 of damage.
Fantastic.
36.
Come on, some goodies, some good rolls.
Let's see big
good
numbers. Absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal.
What the fuck is that?
He takes barely any damage.
Good. Maybe, I don't know, he moves into a position that it's like he's able to just kind of take it.
If you guys want to roll dice in real life, then you're all good. I'll allow it. I don't care if you want to roll in person. Because this computer shit.
Oh yeah, working. I got 6. I got 5 6s. Yeah. Amazing!
Oh, well, look at that! Amazing. All right, that'll end your turn.
I point the camera at them, but I already cleaned them up.
Grandma, that'll be your turn now.
All right. Well, Wax is asking for help, so I'm going to help. My third shotgun slug's going at what do you say? The discount Hemsworth over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, discount Hemsworth.
Lucky I have an extended mag in this. That's a crit.
All right, you find your mark.
24 to hit.
Roll the damage.
24 to hit. Now here's the important part.
22. Respectable amount of big boy damage. Respectable.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Right.
Find what you're... I'm going to say looking for this. Bang!
Yes!
Boom!
You're off the fucking chain.
You blast him in the chest. He falls backwards, hitting the wall behind him. He's clutching at his chest, and you see blood come out of his mouth as he gurgles blood out. But this man is still standing.
Of course he is.
Hot Blade is going to take another swing at you, Spitfire. He wants to see you dead. Here's another swing. Can you beat a 17?
Look, probably not, but let's give it a red hot
go. Survive.
Come on, Spitfire.
All right, what's my evade at? Okay. I'm trusting you, Dice. Yay!
Oh, you dodge out of the way as he swings this heavy, very heavy weapon of this hot blade at you. It hits some of the desk behind you as he misses. And
Spitfire is learning. He's learning.
Wax, it is your turn. This discount Hemsworth is really, really badly hurt in front of you.
Time to take 2 sword shots at him.
All right, swing away, as they say in
Swing
science.
Away.
Swing low.
Swing away.
Sweet shot.
No, that's not going to hit.
Oh, we'll find out.
He could. He's at negatives for his evasion.
Yeah, he's at negative 2. So
I rolled both attacks. So
okay, the first one he dodges out of the way. Second one,
that'll hit.
That'll hit. Yay! Second one will hit.
Beautiful.
Let's do some damage.
Do your damage, ignoring half of his armor. Yeah. All right. Tell me how that looks. Tell me how you swing at him.
He's... is that a killing blow?
Absolutely.
All right, so he's struggling through trying to find stuff off the ground. He's just taken a shotgun blast to the back or to the side. Wax will swing once, and then realizing that this guy's kind of cornered and struggling, just kind of rams through, using the back wall to kind of pin him. And then draws it back out. You do that in one quick motion. He sprays blood in your direction, and the life leaves his eyes as he slumps down. And look at that alignment of the skull. That's so totally by accident. That's perfect. He falls down to the ground, and he looks at the pile of stuff right before he dies, and his eyes dart to a square device. Oh.
And now you can actually see it. Let's see. Do I have it there? Yeah. Here we go. You see this small little rectangular square device, black device. It has 2 knobs on it, 2 on switches, and a red light.
Wax is gonna leave it for now, I think.
Yep.
He might spend like a move action
to pick it up.
To pick it up.
Okay, you do just that. And that'll end your turn. Spitfire.
What the fuck? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
what is it?
Mechanically, Spitfire is going to dart into the bathroom to get cover from the other bastards that keep firing at him. So he's just going to...
Smart move.
Pop himself in there. But enough that he can still... take aim at Will Arnett.
Sure. Go for it.
With a normal arrow, but
you could be right here actually and take aim. That way, no one can see you.
The cool way that he does this is the flame blade slices down. He backs himself out of its way, and then he dives for the bathroom, jumps out, spins himself around, and tries to go for that arrow into Will Arnett's back just before he lands.
All right, take the shot.
Oh, he just you wait. Oh!
I love how that
critical hit. Well done.
Nice.
All right, Spitfire, roll your damage.
Came back around.
And let's be respectable damage.
Get warmed up.
Come on. Damage.
Let's see a critical. Let's see a critical. Oh, critical!
Hey. Yeah, boy.
All right.
That goes on the table, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes.
And let's get that 5 damage there, and then let's roll on that table.
Feels good.
And let's see what happens.
He took off his arm with an arrow.
Blows his head off.
Dismembered hand.
Oh!
He swings at you with his sword, and you knock an arrow into his hand, severing it as it goes into his chest, past his wrist. And his severed hand is on the ground with one final twitch as he looks at his gored stump left from that attack. And
Need a hand?
Let's see. Oh, it was a very heavy weapon, which is a 2-handed weapon, and he can no longer hold it, being only one-handed, so his fiery sword falls to the ground as well. And he screams in agony, as that will end your turn. It is now Naven Andrews. And he is going to round this corner, and he's going to spend his last auto fire to hit Sprocket.
Uh-oh.
And he's going to put every piece of his willpower into this shot by putting 2 points of luck, negating his -2 from being seriously wounded. Mm-hmm. And here we go, Sprocket. Oh, a critical. Oh, geez. All right, well, that's a hit. Here comes 2d6 times 3. And you take 18 damage from the auto fire. Boom, 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 boom. All these bullets connect and hit you, Sprocket, as you take 18 points of damage.
Oh, I'm very glad I moved into that bathroom.
That would that means you only took 7 points of damage with your armor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to figure out how to take that from my HP.
You right-click on your token, and then you should see your armor and stuff like that when you right-click it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you could just do minus. You can actually click on the health and type in -7, and it'll deduct 7 from it. All right, and that'll end his turn.
Do that.
That guy's dead, and we're gonna get another shot from the drone. The drone is going for the nearest target, which is once again Sprocket. Here's an assault rifle shot at you. With the 20, it's going to hit. Mm-hmm. And here comes the damage. Oh, 14 points of damage.
Jeez, Ellen, you are lucky. That could
Wow. Yeah.
A 1 and 2 2s.
Yeah.
All right. You are definitely...
How you holding up there?
She's fine. I mean, 4 points of damage went through. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. And
cool. That means I don't have to stick you in a bag.
It's that borscht that she eats.
Sprocket, it is your turn to counter.
Yeah. So I'm gonna very much try and put Will Arnett out.
Yep.
Out of his misery.
I believe this is your final shot from your shotgun.
Yes. And then afterwards, I'm gonna duck into the bathroom.
Okay.
With Spitfire.
Sounds
Keep
good.
him company. I will save my luck for later.
Okay. A 13 or a DV13. Yep, you got it with the shotgun slug.
Nice.
Crack the shotgun.
Fantastic.
Let's see that damage.
Okay.
Want to see at least 20 points worth? Let's do it.
Don't put Don't put so much pressure on me.
It's go time, baby. We gotta do it.
Oh, with 16 points of damage, you blow half of his head completely off, and he falls to the ground as his brain matter is splattered against the wall, and he is dead as a doorknob.
I would hope so.
Okay, I'm coming in with you, Spitfire. Make room.
Grandma, what's your play?
So there's just Andrews, his Netrunner, and the drone in here, right?
That's right.
Don't forget the drone.
So I'm gonna kind of walk slowly up the hallway. Go, Mr. Andrews. Nowhere to run. Might as well give it up now.
You hear him coughing. What are your terms of surrender? What if we surrender? We have money. We have influence.
Oh.
Then you don't.
Got it.
Then you don't die. How does that sound?
Deal. Let's strike a deal.
Toss your guns out where I can see them and shut down the drone.
Do as he says. Do as he says. And you see the drone power down, and you see Naven Andrews crawl out into this hallway with his hands up. He dropped his SMG. It's empty. I mean, he would have had to reload it. And behind him is this Netrunner, completely untouched. And she's absolutely nervous. And it's the ball's in your court.
I'm gonna pat them down, check they haven't got anything concealed.
Sure, do a conceal reveal.
Yeah, can we take all their weapons off them?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys just crowd over them. There's a dead body, there's blood. I mean, there's dust and debris as you guys shot through drywall and chaos, utter chaos.
Wax will stay in the doorway with the little box in his hand, keeping an eye out for any passers-by.
I was gonna say, can Spitfire... I feel he would notice the box in Wax's hand. Can he have a bit of a look-see and see if he can understand what it is that Wax is holding?
Yeah, so there's two rolls you can roll. An explosives check, and you would have to beat like a DV8, or a basic tech, and you would have to beat a DV15.
Let's go with a basic tech.
Okay.
I think it's some kind of explosive device.
What makes you think that, Alan?
All right, Spitfire, you know absolutely what this is. This is a long-range detonator device for an explosive that has to be very far away, miles away. It's not a short-range one.
No.
Wax, I would like you to be very careful with that. That will make something go boom, and I don't mean here, I mean somewhere else. So just where your fingers happen to be placed, just be very careful not to, slip, because that's a bomb. That is
You're saying this is a long-range detonation device for a high-powered explosive?
That is the delicate way that I'm trying to put it. Yes.
And you're suggesting that I shouldn't press the button, knowing not what the explosives are?
That would be very helpful. Very wise, in fact. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm probably not going to do that.
The Netrunner.
Yeah.
The Netrunner pipes up and says, "Wait. I'd like to offer some information in return that you let me go."
Oh yeah. What's the information?
Yeah, you can.
Well, listen, I just work for this guy, okay? I'm not a part of whatever scheme or anything. I'm just doing my job.
What's your handle?
Matrix. Red Matrix.
Right. All right, Red Matrix. What do you got?
All right, it's a long story, but I don't know how much of the story you know. And Andrews is glaring at her, but he's too weak to protest. As she begins to spill exactly this entire operation, And basically, these guys joined Heaven when they knew that they were letting corpos in, just so they can spy on who's got new cyberware, so they can reverse engineer the cyberware and start a new corporation using proprietary technology from luxury brands to start their own luxury brand. And it's just as simple as that. They just wanted to start their own corporation, and they didn't care who died in between then and now. They saw an opportunity of a group of naive people letting corporates in and letting them come in wide open. And then she drops, no pun intended, the biggest bomb of them all. But before she does, she says, you have to let me go. I have to know that you'll let me go, because I had nothing to do with this.
Hey.
Are you?
Hey, Red Matrix, look at me. Look at me, right in the eyes. I promise you that we will let you go when you tell us what we need to know. Where's subterfuge? And lying?
Yeah.
You could do
acting or persuasion. Generally.
Yeah. Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yep.
I'll roll that.
And then she'll do a human perception.
Yep. That should be 17 with cyber hair and stuff.
Oh, okay. She critted.
Yeah. Wax has no intention of letting her go. He's going to put a bullet in her head.
I don't trust that you're going to let me go.
All right.
I don't trust that at all. And Andrew says, they're not going to let you go. They're going to kill us both if you don't shut the fuck up.
Well, Red Matrix, let me get a sense of what probably you're going to tell us. You've probably rigged explosives in Heaven, right? This is a fail-safe so that if the corporation that you wanted to create goes tits up, pardon the expression, you have a kind of kill switch for it. Am I reading that right? Is that about what you were going to tell us? Is that your ace in the hole?
Something like that, but there's a little more to it than that. And like I said, I don't think you're going to let me go so that information dies with me. Do you really want to risk that?
I think we should... Look, if she can give us what we need, and she gets out of here, what does it matter to us if she lives or not? I think we should let her go. Lord knows we've done enough damage in this little apartment already.
Well, you two know my feelings. And Wax will pick up his gun on the way over towards...
She runs towards the window. She runs towards the window as you walk towards her, running for her life. She's about to jump out of this 5th-story window.
Can I, because Spitfire was thinking about this before, can I try and shoot her in the leg with an arrow?
Absolutely. I'll give you, it's usually a -8 to hit, but since you were already aiming for it, I'll say, let's do it at a -4. So okay, you would need to beat you would need to roll a 17 or higher.
I'm going to put all my 3 luck points into this.
Okay.
My entire pool.
And you fire your arrow, you knock an arrow, and it hits her directly in the calf. As she turns around, you hear her yelp in pain as she falls down. The arrow goes through her calf into the floor. As she's pinned on the ground, she's clawing and trying to get out this window. And Andrew says, they're just as bad as us.
Last chance.
You're bad,
my friend.
Andrews.
Now we don't all share the same idea that we're gonna kill you in cold blood. My friend Sprocket here thinks that we should let you go. You need to convince myself and her very quickly that is the right course of action.
You have to know.
Spill it.
She says in pain. I wasn't a part of this. I'm just a paid merc. That's it. He needed a net runner.
You said that already. You said that already.
This time is also going to activate his internal the stress analyzer, the lie detector.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a human perception then? And you'll get a +2.
Can I roll mine as well?
Yeah,
yeah. Something I'm just kind of good at.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh.
13.
13.
Oof.
I'm pissed.
Grandma, you can't tell.
I'm pissed off.
You cannot tell. Your judgment is clouded by the idea that heaven could be rigged with explosives right now. Now you're thinking, like, where do we get them? What if some kids walk by it? What's going to happen? And Spitfire, you definitely can feel the sense of desperation that this is her last-ditch effort of survival. This is a person on the verge of just trying to survive at this point.
You wanna get out of here with your life intact. Is that pretty much the gist of it there, Chump?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, look, I know I'm the one that kind of stuck an arrow in your leg, but let me just put this out in pretty simple terms. Answer our questions, and this is your best option. You don't have to like us. You don't have to agree with us. We don't have to sing Kumbaya. You don't have to come into heaven. You don't have to do none of that bullshit. But as Grammar so rightly pointed out to me earlier, you all came for our home, so we're not exactly going to be playing nice. But right now, I'd say we're playing fair. I got fucking set on fire before. I think this is a little bit tit for tat at the moment. So answer the goddamn question.
You might not be getting into heaven, but you might be able to live.
58.
I would have
5895. She points at the PC, the computer, right above you guys, right here.
Yep. Okay.
And it asks you for a 4-digit PIN.
Wax puts that in.
All right, Wax, you put that in, and you see a database before you. The file is read Heaven, and there's all kinds of different files, and you can see that they have profiles on a bunch of people in Heaven. Moon, Silver, you, some of the corporates, and there's one that really catches your eye. It's in a red folder, and it says Brunhilde.
Cool. Let's say unpack that.
You unpack that file, and within it you see a prototype for a luxury piece of cyberware, the exact same one that Brunhilde is currently wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And within it, there is a blueprint for something called Emergency Failsafe, where it looks to be where
bomb?
They have installed a explosive device, and no good deed goes unpunished, as Brunhilde has had an explosive device within her cyberware this entire time. And that detonator was about to set it off.
How Wax would like? I'd like to roll a explosives roll. I want to see how if I can, or demolitions rather. I want to see how dangerous these explosives are. Are they just to the person, or are they like? Would they take out a building?
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
By the way.
Are they gonna take out a person, or are they gonna take out a room, or are they gonna? Can they do like structural damage to a building?
Sure, why don't you roll it?
17.
All right, with the 17, you know that this is a very significant explosive device. It would have absolutely vaporized Brunhilde. Anybody that was in the room with her would have been vaporized, and it would have taken out a large, big chunk of the building. If it hit a supportive structure, then the whole thing would have come down.
Take out Heaven.
Hey, Red. Whose idea was this?
Andrews.
Curiosity.
Andrews is pale now. He's bled out, and he's bleeding out, and he's almost accepted his fate by now, but he still pleads. It's this fourth corporate war. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fourth corporate war. We wouldn't be doing it. You gotta understand, it's just business. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Can I move
Waxel.
to grab him by the collar?
You can absolutely do that. He's weak to the touch. You can feel his body is weak under your grasp.
I think she would like hoist him up fully, you know. I don't know how tall he is, but to her 6-foot frame, I don't know whether any feet are making contact with the floor at all.
You do that, and the strain of you pulling him up and the strain of gravity trying to pull him down, it sends jolts of pain throughout his body. He grimaces.
You put a bomb in my friend! That is not very nice! And you should have to pay for it some way! You are trying to ruin a dream, but we're better than you! And I think she just wants to like fling, like she's a very upset teenager. She's hurt.
Sure.
She's just learned that her friend, you know, almost like a surrogate mother, has had a bomb inside of her. I think she's just literally gonna fling him.
You do that, you fling him. He hits the back of the wall behind him, hits the door, slides down. A blood trail is left against the wall. As he slides down, he grimaces in pain.
Sprocket, what do you want to do with this guy? Because if we let him go, he might do a similar thing.
But
I didn't know there was even a discussion of letting this creep go.
I'm just saying. I think we should make some hard choices, but I think some of us need to make some harder ones. Sprocket, you want to make the call on this? Or do you want me?
I think she will take out her sledgehammer.
Okay.
And I think she will crack into his leg.
Boom!
God.
The impact reverberates off of the ground as you break bones, and he screams in agony. Ah! His kneecaps completely shattered, and his leg in a direction that it's not supposed to be in.
I think that's all I can do. I think it's much better for someone to find you hurting whatever time you have left.
Kill him.
Just gonna leave him to die.
Kill him.
Spitfire's gonna make, and he won't have a way of, like, he won't hide it, but he is sending like almost like a text to who's our cop friend?
Skip.
Vargas.
Skip. No, Vargas.
Vargas. Yeah.
Oh,
Vargas. Sure.
Yeah, the Night City Police, and he's just gonna like say, "We've got cleanup here for you," and gives him the coordinates. That gives him the address for here.
He sends a couple question marks, but then says, "Understood."
Oh
I've got
wait,
it
I almost forgot something, and I think she wants to sledgehammer his arm as well.
Boom! You hit him in the arm, and it breaks in half, almost dismembering as you see his bones jutting out from the wound, and he passes out from the pain, and he is completely unconscious.
Rocket, I would have just killed him.
No, I think this is fairer.
And just
He
like
might
that,
get a shot, he might not, but I think it's important to know that we're better than him.
You think this is better? Okay.
Grandma,
Maybe
why don't I get a medicine check from you, Grandma?
Sure. Like medtech, surgery. What do you want?
Yeah, whichever one of those, medtech or surgery. You don't have
There
to
you go,
roll that
Grandma.
high.
The children of the dream. This is their process.
Yeah. She's working some stuff out.
Well,
Yeah.
he just wants him to suffer.
Yeah.
Plus 10 for my surgery.
All right. So you know for a fact that unless trauma team is going to come through that window right there, this guy's not going to make it.
He's got about what you just did to him and the amount of blood he's lost. He's not going to live to suffer. You want me to stabilize him, or you just want him to leak out here on the carpet of his apartment?
Are you asking me?
I don't think... Yeah, sure. I don't think he's worth the resources. He can die in the surrounded by the fruits of his own bullshit, if you ask me. He would have blown Brunhilde sky high.
I do love that we've chosen the path of love and acceptance.
Yeah, that counts in heaven, not out here.
Ah, I see.
You're saying you're above this, Wax?
God, no. I'm just saying we should apply it universally. And Wax will take his sword and stab him through the neck.
You do that. You stab him straight through the neck, and you see blood pour out from his neck, blood that was just pooling around that area inside as it drips down to the floor and makes a giant puddle. The puddle reaches your feet, Sprocket, as it goes around your shoes, and slowly the camera fades to black. And we fade into the crimson Night City sky. The camera pans down to heaven in all its glory. The scene cuts to the forge. A simple place. It's a place of work with your bare hands. And the rewards are something you can touch and feel, something you can be proud of. Near the forge is the famous ramen shop, and sitting on a milk crate with a coffee in his good hand is a bruised, battered, and recovering retired Detective Malini. The permanent scowl remains on his face. Malini sips on his coffee as dreamers scavenge around him, doing their job. We are invited into his thoughts as he starts his morning. After looking through paperwork, personal belongings, and computer files, the dreamers unraveled the mystery. I underestimated them, and it almost cost me my pitiful life. Turns out, those corporates did the same, and they weren't so lucky. The time of the Red is a time of desperation. Left, right, and center corporations fall, and only the big boys are left to pick up the pieces. Navin Andrews, Brian Bishop, and their two lackeys were looking for a lifeboat because they feared drowning in the Night City gutters. So they did what they were trained to do. You always revert to your training. That's something I learned in the Southam. These corpos were trained to do one thing and one thing well, win. At all costs, and they weren't ready to lose. They didn't want to give up the fresh food, the cars, the safety of the corp zone, and they didn't look further than their own cyber arm for inspiration. The question popped in their mind, what if we started our own corp? What if we were Zetatech or Militech? So they set off looking for desperate marks, desperate just like them. The victims had to be naive and had to have the ultimate prize, luxury cyberware. They could reverse engineer them, sell the information, or use it to manufacture their own line. So they set out with their operation. A bogus yoga studio spouting liberation from material things, but sets out to alienate you from anyone who gives a shit. Isolates your mind, gives you hope that your life will be better. If only it was that simple. Then they got word that heaven was letting in X-suits, the perfect honeypot for finding the prize they're looking for. Bright-eyed, dreamy, hopeful corpos that wanted to change their lives for the better. They planted a seed. Let's help one of these dreamers. Give her new cyberware, the top stuff, earn their trust. And the con went deeper. They planted an explosive device in that dreamer's cyberware as a failsafe, another tool, another upper hand, all a part of their training. They got to work and nothing could stop them. They got cocky. They were sure of themselves. They looked at the dreamers and they saw weakness. Admittedly, as did I. And at my advanced age, I learned something new. Hope is not a weakness. It's a furnace. It burns hot. It burns bright. And if you try to get in its way, it'll burn you to a crisp. And if you ever underestimate its power, then the dreamers will show you just how wrong you are how wrong I was. And for that, I'll always be grateful. Malini stands up and stares at the forge as a smile creeps onto his face. The camera zooms out and away from the forge, centering itself on heaven as the bright light of the forge blinks constantly, and the camera fades to black. And that will conclude Corporate Infestation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for joining us, Baby Beard Media. Thank you guys so much for this incredible opportunity to work with you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, mate.
Thank you.
Cool,
And none of us
Amazing.
died.
None of you died as much as I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We
Some
took
of
some
those
bad
dice
hits.
rolls could have taken a fucking turn.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah, any of those,
Brad had two
any
more
of those
babies.
could have been. Any of those could have been crits, right? When 5d6 is hitting you guys, there could have been crits there. You guys
100%.
could have lost arms.
100%. I was rolling 4d6, 5d6, nothing lower than that. Nothing lower than that.
There's
Phil,
tons of crit potential in those.
Can't kill the dream.
nope. And Phil, thank you so much for letting me use your setting, flipping it upside down, changing things, doing
No
things.
worries, man. You asked some really interesting questions of the idea, which I think is really cool. And I like the flip of the corpos actually being the victims.
Yeah, you know, I thought it was important to ask these questions, and I think that the ideas that you bring forward with Heaven, they're admirable, and I wanted to test those ideas. And I think at the end of the day, we proved that they prevail.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Oh, man.
If the dream dies, we dream again the next night.
And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you guys subscribe to Roll to Cast so you can hear our beautiful folks over here and their podcast and their actual plays on their YouTube, their Patreon. Anything else you guys want to plug before we head out?
More of the Cyberpunk community. Get involved with it. Find all the Discords. There's so many of them. Get involved with the Cyberpunk community. Follow the hashtags. Get on Twitter.
That's it. That's it.
And
If you like-
keep an... Oh, sorry. You go, Phil.
I think we're about to say the same thing, Ellen.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, so I just no. I just wrapped up running a Cyberpunk campaign on Sirenscape's channel, who do awesome sound effect boards, and Ellen and myself are actually going to be back quite shortly on that channel for more Cyberpunk Red ourselves with a brand new team headed up by Rob Mulligan of Cyberpunk Uncensored. So watch this space for brand new characters and more gameplay from us.
New team, who dis? What color is my hair going to be next? Who knows? But keep an eye out.
Who
for
knows?
How
us.
long going to be?
Oh, I'll give you a wig.
There it is. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for supporting us and supporting Baby Beard Media. And thank you to Artel Saurian Games for providing a way for all of us to connect and have a good time with each other. And with that, Corporate Infestation is out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.